just asking as a female, do y'all men hate females? Do y'all hate us? Because how it's looking in this society, this world is giving the men hate us. They hate us because they want to be us. Like, I'm confused.
Ready with me for singles night at church. Slightly embarrassing, maybe, but if I'm gonna meet somebody, it might as well be a church.
At every singles event, it's all women.
Yeah.
That's exactly
I don't want to do them anymore because it's so hard to get men to sign up. And I had one a few weeks ago, and one of the guys was like, please do this again. This was awesome. I'm like, I will do it again if you promise, like, get friends to come. Like, it's so hard to get guys to sign up. And he's like, no, why would I want more competition?
Yeah. But why? Like, I guess both perspectives. Like, what do you think? But also as a guy. So if you told me when I was 27, hey, there's a singles event where there's going to be 20 to 25 really cool women, I'd be like, yeah, like, that's sick. Why would I not go? I go to the bar to meet the single woman.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I go to the singles event where they actually want to meet me too?
Yeah.
But as guys, why did we never go to them?
Yeah, doesn't it take away, like, the thing of rejection? Like,
I don't think most guys even know these events exist. Because to be honest, I've never had a guy, one of my homeboys, talk about, yo, I'm going to this singles event. And for those of you who've went to these events, let me know in the comment section below. What was your experience like?
okay, so I recently went to a singles event, and it was 90% women. And I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes? I don't know, but they're not there. And that's cool, not like I care.
Man, we know you care. Stop playing, man. Stop playing with these women, yo guys. Yo guys better stop playing with these women, man. Attend these events. Yeah, I've heard a guy say that these events are just like a humiliation ritual. Because it's just a setup for these girls to pick the same guy they're gonna pick anyway. Which is usually the same type of men. And hence, these guys are not gonna attend.
So am I the only one who absolutely hates being single? Because I've been single for a year now, and it sucks.
If you want to find man, you want a man that's gonna be 6 feet tall and fine. There's just not very many. God makes them rare for a reason. They're collectible items. So I did not meet very many guys that I actually wanted to talk to. I like them 90s, fine. Give me Damson Idris, period. Give me Theo James. Give me Manny Jacinto, Bad Bunny, period. I love a beautiful man. I love a fine man. So one of the guys I thought was kind of cute. All he was doing was talking to these blonde girls. Do I look like a blonde girl?
Rejected. We can survive without a man. We do. All the time, all over the country. For years, we can survive without sexual intimacy. We can survive. We can make it.
If that's true, why are there so many single mothers? Like, women feed themselves so many lies, man.
Right? But we're not satisfied. Okay? I'm not going to say happy.
This is for all my single young women in the church. I just want to know y'all's thoughts on something. Please, just listen. Just hear me out.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Because the word happy is not in the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran, so it can't be that important. They've made it important to us because we spend money for happiness, all right? And we think it's everybody pick out what they want to have happiness, all right? But as I said, peace is the number one thing that creates happiness and allows all of the other things to grow and happen. But we're very lonely because of our men being so discouraged right now.
Yeah, I don't know what Granny had going on in her life. You could always tell by how a person speaks, their experience, their traumas, their life experience based on the advice they give. And if she had a healthy, happy marriage, she wouldn't be saying all these things. Or she chose the wrong type of man. Now she feels like she has to advise in future and upcoming generations. And these are the type of women that will get a young woman who've never been married hating the idea of getting married or just being in a relationship. Because they'll be listening to quote-unquote wise women like this who had a bad experience and who are just trying to pass that on to the future generation.
So a little over a year ago, I ended a relationship, and I was single again. And somebody told me these words. Next time you're dating again, wait on God's blessing.
Why are there no cute guys in the church? Is he cute? Maybe I can convince myself he's cute. Of course.
Listen, you would think some women in the church will have, no, they got who still, it doesn't matter if you're in a church or you at a bar, these chicks still have the same delusional standards for men. And they talking about like, you're a basic chick. Like, be real. Like, these are chicks ain't like no drop dead women. They not know, oh man, she fine. No, you're basic and average, just like those men in the church.
All the good ones got taken up. I came too late. Is it just that men of God aren't cute?
And that's the problem of today. Social media gave us all these options, while in actual reality, none of these people are actually available. They're just attractive people scattered all around the world, and the chances of them accepting you are low. So when the options available approach you, you see them as less, or they're not valid enough to talk to you. Now, am I saying that you shouldn't pick who you like or who you find attractive? No. But the problem is being too picky is one of the biggest problems why so many people are single.
You don't talk to anybody. You don't talk to men just because you're single. And they sold you this lie of, oh, it will just come. You need to stop worrying about that. Just serve the Lord. And if you get busy and you pretend like you don't want marriage, then it's going to come. We don't give this advice for anything else. If someone wants a higher paying job, no one says to be idle. They say keep applying, position yourself in the job market, right? Until it happens. Even if you get rejected by one company, does that mean that
The church is contributing to women's singleness, and this is something that I'm very passionate about, so I'm going to share some things with you. When I say the church, I mean the body of Christ and the building. This does not mean the entirety of all church people, all church folks, all Christians. There's a small percentage of believers in churches that actually contribute to helping women learn how to date, to actually pushing people together for kingdom marriages, and etc. When I say this, I'm not addressing those people whatsoever, because they're actually doing what they should be doing to help kingdom marriages come together. But for the other large percentage, we are being told as women to just wait and sit and serve, and wait and sit and serve. The reason I'm upset about years, some 10 years, some 12 years, some even longer than that. But because all they've been taught is to wait and sit and serve, and to never actually try to do anything on the dating market, and then finally giving up on the idea of ever getting married, all because they've been taught wrong. I think a large percentage of the women of God that actually do desire marriage could be married right now if they actually knew the practical steps according to dating. People are saying that it's not the church's job to teach us, but it is, because if we're not learning this from the body of Christ, we're going to learn it from the world. And you can't say it's not the church's job to teach us, but then tell us that we need to be single and wait and wait and wait and wait. It doesn't.
Hey, my observation on this one, you can tell the women are definitely trying. You can tell, man. And I don't know what we're doing as the guys. What are the men doing, man? Yo, let me know. Let me hear your guys' intakes and insights. And for those of you who've been attending these single events, what was your experience like? Cause I'm low-key frustrated as a guy on behalf of the women, cause some of these women be pushing themselves and taking themselves out there, but you know, the men just not approaching. They just ain't taking that step. And I know it's tough, cause some of these women be picky, intimidating as well. But let me know what you guys think. I want to hear from your guys, because you can tell the women are definitely taking it a step further, and the guys are just passive, not really bothered about this, you know. It's been a pleasure. NJ Speaks. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. See you on the next one.